Oh, wait a sec. What's that? Yeah, much better. Much better. Alright, so that's much better. Things are adjusted and we're back in Lago Tropicana. A very quick heads up because maybe you guys don't know the project. I'm gonna hit pause here because I don't want to have things broken. This is my franchise zoo which has been on pause for a little while. The reason for that is simple. We had so much other things to do, but we are back in this franchise mode and we add a little bit of nonsense today. Well, actually it's not nonsense, it's a cool thing. We are going to add a little garden here which is featuring quite a bit of animals. So we will have the butterfly gardens as like the central element, which is the obvious choice because that's like very tropical, very nice, and we will incorporate some tortoises and the large gibbon in it. That's gonna be a very cool build. I will do a little bit of a time lapse for that, so the overall idea of the franchise will change a little bit. We will have these initial little walkovers and we're gonna have a little, strategy thing. We're gonna fix some issues. Then we go into a longer time-lapse part, and at the end we will have another real-life part in which we're going to put like, donation boxes and all that crap in, what I usually do forget. As in that build over here, you can see we have some bins, we have some education. We don't have education like donation bins, but we want money, don't we? So let me grab some of these donation bins and just plop them right in front of the people so that they can give us their money. We can also just add some more bins as we go, because as you can tell over here, certain things are in. Also, I disabled, free build for a second. I will have it back in soon, no worries. I just have it disabled for a little tutorial, so that's why, in case you were wondering. But I think for the build I don't really need free build that much anyway, so that's fine. So let's have a little look what's going on. So first of all, let's claim the reward for adopt habitat species. That is simple. Oh, speaking of adoption, we can already go in animal trading, reset the filter, and already go into gibbon and see if we can get some gibbons right away. We don't really have that much of oh god, this one is okay. And what about the female one? It's not really that good, is it? But it's okay, we gotta get them at the beginning right away, because the longer you play, the more you need. And I'm not gonna get that one, no. So we can also get in the tortoises already. Tortoise Ardabra. I'm not sure. I think I'm gonna go with the Galapagos one. Man, that is expensive for a tortoise. I'm gonna use that one instead. It's more cheap, nearly does the same immunity I don't really care about. That's money. Money business, always good business. Longevity with the tortoise, is that really an issue? I mean, they are super long lasting anyways. Just gonna get that one. Fertility is okay. Maybe that's enough for some babies. Okay, we got those two set, and we also need to go to exhibit trading. And oh my god, I don't even know all the names, so I'm just gonna scroll through. Get me that one already. Everything that is in for money, I'm all in. Oh my god, I got a snake. I didn't want to get a snake. Why did I even do so? Okay, let's just get all the flyers we can. It's pretty practical that we get evening in the background, because I don't like evening for building, so we have to skip forward to daytime anyways. Daytime. I think that's fine for the moment. Let's say refresh the list, and let's see if we can get some more flyers for the moment, because the rest is pretty much in for later. Also, is there a chance to get different morphs from the butterflies? I've never thought about that, if there are different morphs, because we do have some different morphs, as you can see in here. There's like a albino axolotl, which is kind of cool, not gonna lie, that's really cool. But yeah, so we've done all of that. Awesome. Get to claim the reward. Well, where's the reward? It's gone. Okay, well, what's happening over here? So cleanliness issue is, oh, that's water. We're gonna put, why are they guests there? And why is an animal escaped? Oh my god, so many things to fix. Okay, let's do the simple stuff first. That is a, wait a sec, there you go. And water treatment should maybe go in here. That is then easy fix. We should put down another one also in the back here, because that is the next water, which is gonna go not clean. So I'm gonna put this right over here. It's not too close to the people. I'm gonna fix that later. Okay, so that's that. What else? No ATMs. Many guest things underpriced. That is a good note. Let's go to, well, we can actually go to 18 and 24-ish about that. And then also, if they want to have ATMs, I'm just going to give them ATMs, okay? Because in fact, ATN, oh my god. In fact, that's gonna give us money, so why not give them what they require? Put another one here, and we also shall put some by the otters. There you go. Another one over there, and maybe also in the front, because it's so crowded over here anyways. Let's put it there. Also, why is it so crowded? Can I just finally go somewhere else? Okay, facilities without power. Oh, effies. Okay, well, I'm gonna put that in another spot then. Maybe, yeah, there's a good one. No, go away, go away. I love how the money just flies in. Also, why is it so freaking disastrously crammed over there? Okay, replace that one. I think we're just gonna get some stuff. Interesting. Oh, because it's I copied a broken one, and then it's like, wait, that's genius. Look at that. I mean, I don't know what it's worth for, but do I need to spend oh my god. This is how you can actually waste money. That's so cool. So wait a second. I can actually just place them all, replace them. So what happens if I do copy that one? Okay, it's fine. But what happens if I do... Ah! This is how I can make a broken down... Excuse me? You are totally wrong over here. Okay, so they can still escape for whatever odd reason. Let's get rid of these first of all. Okay, 7 point. It is not cool that all of these things are broken. Okay, so while we are at it, we should also just 55,000. We are not in any money issues whatsoever. So let's keep 2 keepers just for them roaming around, and then we're gonna get 2 more mechanics just for the sake of it. We should actually have a lot more caretakers employed, just making sure that they keep the ground running. And we also should put down security guards, maybe 1 or 2, maybe 3. It's fine. Okay, and then let's go to our staff, select everyone, grant them the training, because I haven't really done that prior to that. The keepers are relatively busy, so that should help out a lot. They still tell me that I can claim a reward, but there is none available. That is a bit stupid. Okay, I need a vet surgery. I think I should really put down a vet surgery at this point. I'm gonna put this thing here, and I'm gonna also put down... yeah, I'm not sure if I need the quarantine anyways, but I'm going to put this down here anyways. That's a good spot. Research center is not... is it required at this point? I'm not sure if I need this, but... let me just plop these things down here. Where's the gate? There's the door. There's one here, and there is the... there's no vets to deal with all the ill animals. Yeah, veterinarian, 1, 2... 3, do your job. Okay, so that is fine. We've done a little bit of cleanup, and it's now time to go into the garden. And guys, have a good time. This is gonna be an awesome little time lapse, and I'm gonna be with you with my wonderful face again. I hope it's wonderful for you anyways. See you. Alright, welcome back to the time lapse. So this one is going to be very interesting in a way that I built a garden that is rather complicated in its form factor, and also... Hi, by the way. I totally forgot that the camera is activated. There's my screen, there's the camera. It's a test, you know, we had the camera in here. This is the new setup, by the way, before we talk about the relatively complex build. Yeah, that's the new room, in case you haven't seen that. We'll be streaming quite a bit. I will try today, but no promise, you know, I will try. It's Wednesday, if I do upload the episode as scheduled. So we're going to talk about various things. We might build in Zoo Sicily, we might do Prehistoric Kingdom. I don't know, you know, it's all new. We are going to try a lot of new things, as this episode with the thumbnail and stuff was a little test. Can be good, can be bad, you know. That's what we test. Also, sorry for my voice, in case you're wondering, the pollen allergy now has hit totally, and there is no chance to go against it. I'm building the general layout of the garden right now. You will see, though, that I am going to change a couple of things, because it is relatively complicated to deal with certain things that the game doesn't do so well, especially multiple habitat gates. In fact, it doesn't do it all, and so you have to get rid of certain elements by having one habitat hug the other. So what I'm doing basically is having the Lago habitat to the outside of the inside habitats, if that makes any sense to you. So in the very inside, I've got the walkthrough exhibits. To the outside of those, I have a multiple species habitat that features the peafowl, the Aldabra tortoise, and the Galapagos tortoise. I hope, Kane, you're happy now. We will also name one of these specimens Kane in the next episode, or live in the stream, because you will be there anyway. So, you know, we're gonna do this. And yeah, so this is a multiple habitat. The thing is, the reason why I did this is because I wanted to have the Lago gibbons climb above the people. They can't interact with the people anyways, so we have to give them a certain habitat where they do not meet the people. But I thought, you know, it would be cool to have them, you know, climb over the people. Also, make sure to not go too realistic in terms of commenting and stuff. This is a franchise zoo, this is fun, this is Lago Tropicana. It's all not that realistic. I think the focus of this one is again to have like this cozy tropical vibe. I know that a lot of people are into the super realism right now, but I've got two series that look a lot at realism, and I just need something else in my life than going all super realism. Especially with habitats, it's always painful. So you would spend way too much time on one area, because, you know, if I would only have that one series, that'll be fine. I don't. I can't. I'm just not the person to have one project, or two, or three, or four even. Let's not talk about that. Okay, quickly having a look at what I'm doing right now over here. So I figured that I haven't researched a lot of these items. I was a bit stupid. I forgot that I didn't have the tropical DLC items. I forgot that I didn't have all the enrichment items for the walkthrough habitats of the butterflies. So I needed to find a way, first of all, to stylize the habitat, and it worked out pretty well. The big advantage, obviously, is that these habitat elements from the walkthrough exhibit evidence are basically invisible. They have no barrier, they have no collision, so every animal can just run through. And with the climbing frame of the sloth, for example, it's basically been a little bit of an issue. So, because you had to make sure that, you know, the animals don't go against that frame. But with the butterflies, it's relatively easy because most of this is just plants, and all of the little poles or something over here, they are so thin that the chance that animals run through is so small that you can just deal with it, you know. The peafowl just does do a little bit of, you know, glitching here and there, but that's fine. The rest of it is pretty good. It just looks good, it works good, and so I thought, you know, that's an easy way to go with. Now you can see the platform I'm using for the Lago gibbon. I'm using a simple trick in a second, in case you do something like that. It can be very painful to build a habitat like that, so I was just putting down couple of these things to have a certain feeling how many I can fit in there. And then what I'm always doing is like I take one of those, put the ropes next to it, make sure that I have a certain blueprint of how long the rope between two individual platforms should be. And then I'm trying to, you know, I'm just putting this down and connect the ropes piece by piece. So you do have like a very simple way of doing this. And once you want to have a bit of altitude in there, well, you know, bit of difference in height, you can just adjust, as I do over here, the rope a little bit so it ends a little bit lower than it starts, or vice versa, and then you can do the exact same, and then you have a little bit of incline and decline between those things. That's all. It almost looks very simple, and it is. It just is simple in a way, and I just love that. Speaking of simple, I made a little bit of a simple backdrop here for the Lago gibbons. It's not the finished version. I just wanted to have something in place for the moment. I think we have to take a little bit of care next episode of some of the areas. I will talk about that in a second in the real-time part, but don't expect too many changes. As I said, this is a franchise zoo which is focused on making sure the animals live in here relatively fine, making sure to look a little bit of welfare, which technically is good, but it doesn't work so well in this file. More about that in a couple seconds. But yeah, speaking of which, this is already the time-lapse. I hope you enjoyed that. It was a little experiment with my face. Here you go. But say goodbye to the face, because rest of the video is without. So see ya, have a lot of fun, and cut. Alright, so we are back in the live part with a wonderful garden, and yeah, I was quite proud of what we've achieved, but I am also a little bit annoyed of the fact that this is causing an insane overflow in this area. Now, it will take a time until this becomes less attractive to people. I thought, you know, all of the animals combined are not so attractive that it wouldn't be that crazy, but apparently it is. The only thing is, it still looks freaking fantastic. You know, we've got the Lago gibbons doing the thing above the people. We've got the butterflies flying around. We've got the plants and stuff. I also needed to do a little bit of repair. Just go away, please. can you just stop this? Thank you. I needed to do a little bit less of the trees because the Gibbons, you know, they could escape down to the ground. Now, let me just give you a little tour here. So, first things first, there are 2 habitats within one. The easiest thing is by clicking on the barrier thing, and then you do see that we have got 1 habitat on the outside, and then obviously 1 habitat to the inside. This is the only way I could do this, because otherwise the game would always recognize the Gibbon as escape, but I needed also to ensure that they can't go on the ground, because obviously then they would have the possibility to escape over these areas here. They could just easily jump the fence, and I didn't want to make the fence as high so that the Gibbons couldn't escape either. Also, the people couldn't enter the habitat with Gibbons in because they're quite aggressive, so not the best idea to have the guest paired with them. But yeah, it's quite crowded in here, as you can tell. I didn't know that how many butterflies you can have, but apparently quite a few. So it's rather crowded in here, also because I haven't researched anything of the enrichment items, and so I needed to stay with it. The one thing that is really cool about all of this is that you basically can't tell where the habitats for the butterflies are. If the people wouldn't go as crazy as here. That is a little bit of a pity, but other than that, it's all good. I'm waiting for a couple of things. So our Gibbons, for example, they are lacking a hard shelter at this point. I don't really know why this is so little for them, but as you can tell, this just goes for 7%. Which is weird. I don't get this. It's rather big, you know. I could just like use this thing and give them more of these options. You know, just put one here, put another one back in here. I don't know. I'm really not sure why this is like so little shelter for them, because it's rather big, and you know it should work fine. But let's see if that changed anything. Oh. Well, okay, we've done the job, I guess. Yeah, the thing is, you know, I'm not sure if I can put like a palm tree down or anything like that. It's still underpriced. I'm just raising the price all the time, and money is going crazy. Yeah, I mean, the game on easy is relatively easy, I should add. Also, the zoo is like really not running too well in terms of overall, satisfaction rate. Let me just show you real quick why. So this is going to be the next disaster, because these animals don't like stress, and they are stressed out like crazy, and they will also breed like crazy. I have created my own grave here, I guess, in terms of management, but whatever. And then we have the next issue. This whole habitat became way too small for the ones living in here. As you can tell, everything is too small. So what I will do in the next episode, hopefully with you guys together, is enlarge the habitat to the back side, just making a huge area for them in the back, just to ensure that they have enough room to grow, you know, and room to go for. The next habitat issue is in here. This is basically where we shouldn't have any babies, because the adults live pretty well in here, but as soon as you click on the babies, let me just zoom out so you can see that, they can escape. And I seriously have not found the issue. I have really tried to find where exactly the breakpoint could be, but I just can't tell. Like, for whatever reason, there are so many escapes now all of a sudden, and I don't know where it is. I tried several things. It's still insanely crowded in the front. Yeah, I'm not sure. I will potentially need to redo the entire habitat at some point. But at this point, I just won't. I just employed a lot of veterinarians so they can, you know, just get the animals back in if needed. I'm just way too annoyed by that. It would be easier if the game could tell me why the little ones can escape and whatnot. I don't know. These habitats, as more complicated as they get, it's a little bit of a weird thing. The otters, they do quite well. It's all fine. The habitat is not big enough, as always. With this, I'm not sure why this is, but you know, we will also give them a little bit more space in the back here, and they will be good. So next episode will be all about making sure everyone has a good time, and we will put like a new restaurant in here and maybe like a little habitat somewhere to the side over here. I thought we could maybe bring in the red river hawk and give it like a little nice area, and also like a bit of a swimmable area in the lake, and just make kind of a nice little fancy to keep them outside. But yeah, the garden still looks pretty fantastic in my opinion. I still don't know exactly how to get rid of all the issues at this point with the overcrowding and the gibbons, but it'll be fine. It'll be fine at some point. Let me just go in, because it does actually look. Wait, I don't know what. camera light, vignette. Wait, if I disable it, it's gone. Okay, apply filter. I don't want this. I forgot that we have filters. I just randomly forgot that. But yeah, let's like have a little tour in here. Like go in and see the butterflies. Oh my god, I really do love it. I really do love having the butterflies and everything in here, and then just having the gibbons, you know, climb over you, and just the sheer amount of flexibility you have with these things now. And frankly, the butterflies are still, in my opinion, the best like large exhibit animal, should say, we have in the game. It's really cool. It's a really dope integration into the game. I really do enjoy the flexibility of the habitat, because you can do quite a bit with it, as you can see. You can really sink that into a garden, or like, you know, in my... Oh my god, it's so crowded. Let me just look over them. That is too high. Look at that. It's just so cool that it's also like so many of the butterflies on there, just making the move, and oh gosh, I love it. Where are the gibbons? My friends, gibbons, just make a little climby climb. It's gonna be better as soon as we've more gibbons, and they just constantly climb over our heads. That's gonna be a lot better. But yeah, with these towers and stuff, that looks really cool. Having the gibbons like sleep over there is nice. Anyone else in here? Not really though, right? No. Okay, well, let me zoom out. That's that for today's episode. I really hope you guys enjoyed the next episode of Lago Tropicana. There's lots to do. It's not really filled that much. We are just at the first part of the lake. That looks almost like as if there's someone like a very straight paper and like, you know, putting that on top of the map. That's a weird cut over there. Okay, never mind. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I certainly did enjoy that. I think it really ties in well into this area. Really nice. Love it. Hope you love it too. And again, as always, if you like the content and you would help me out, please consider subscribing to the channel. It does help me out a lot. It's gonna tell the algorithm that you like my content. But even better than that would be just watch the next video. There might be one suggested to your top right now. And anything else? Have a good time. Stay safe. And I'll talk to you in the next one. Goodbye.